Ekipa Direkta se nalazi danas na jednom potpuno neverovatnom mestu. ALLSTARS trening kamp za MMA borce u Alicante u Španiji. Da vidimo ko trenira unutra. Ekipa Direkte danas ima čast da razgovara sa gospodinom Kristom Išom, vlasnikom trening MMA centra ALLSTARS, Alicante, Španija. Hi Chris, how are you today?
Hi, I'm very good. Thank you very much.
So, how did you start this brand and why did you name it ALLSTARS?
ALLSTARS come from a Swedish already existing gym that a very good childhood friend of mine trained many years. It started 12 years ago. It's a main MMA gym. So our idea was like 4 years ago, we started talking, what can we do it as a business. So we said, all right, me and my partners from Sweden, Reza Mad Dog, let's do this as a business. And my idea was to take this name and make it as a team, not just the MMA gym. That's why I added, it's just not MMA gym today, it's CrossFit, it's a gym. So the idea was already there, but I just built on a little bit.
So would you say that you actually gave a specific identity to this brand?
I think I just changed the focus from before. If you see any gym and any fighter in the world, it's always focused on a fighter. I come from a background of football, so I said for me, to change the focus from the fighter, because the fighters will make it anyhow, they make a good living, but the club always, the gym is in the shadows. So I changed the focus and said, let's do it as, put the gym in focus, not the fighter. And everybody who is there understand my vision, and I said, we're gonna do it this way, this is the way I think we should do it, so create the club feeling, like a team feeling.
Do you feel this is also helping the superstar fighters, number one, control their ego, and number two, feel at home when they're in your gym training?
I hope. I really hope that, because if you see a lot of fighters are amazing what they do when they fight. If it's 5 years, 10 years, after a while, then you don't know. Then when this spotlight turned down, what happens, what do we give to them? People forget about that. So I think with this concept that we are building, they can actually be part of a team that can be, example, if you are Bulgarian and you are a good fighter and you become a UFC fighter, we will help you open a gym, ALLSTAR gym, in your community. That is the idea, to grow the team and pass it forward.
I understand that you have been doing arrangements for fighters. So you've been also arranging fights for the fighters and consulting them about how to invest their money.
This is one of the things that we have in our gym that we're going to elaborate a little bit more. We're going to work on it, is that whoever comes to ALLSTAR, we don't want them to just make money and the first thing they do, they start to whatever, it's expensive cars, expensive watches. We want them to have think about, as a businessman, think about what happens if I injure myself, what happens if I quit fighting. I don't want to fight. So that is I'm trying, but I don't arrange fights. This is Magdi who does that for us. I'm just part of building this brand and making as a franchise. Okay. That's my goal when I open this, to scale it up.
What kind of trainers do you have here in the ALLSTARS Gym Alicante?
I have today, as a head coach, Reza Mad Dog. Madadi, which is a former UFC fighter. He's the one who runs the upstairs with the MMA. Then we have Matthias, who is also former fighter from Bellator, and one young upcoming fighter, whose name is Anton, who's gonna be a UFC fighter for sure. Beside that, we are planning to build one of the Europe's most probably the best recovery centers with doctors who train mental coaching when it comes to supplements, how to eat, how to think, even weight cut, do it in a proper way, listen to the body. We're gonna do ice bath, yoga. So it's different way of thinking for fighters. Then I think we will listen to them when they are injured. We will not force them to go to fight. So this is the idea. This is the coaches and.
So this is practically going to be a one-stop shop for the fighters where they can do their basic training and conditioning, the technical skills, the recovery, maybe even some financial advice if it comes to that. So how many square meters do you have? It's going to take up huge surface to do that.
Today we have 2,000 square meter indoor and around 1,500 square meter outdoor.
Wow.
And we're going to build the outdoor gym also now. Because
that's amazing.
Thank you.
That's truly amazing. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. ALLSTARS trening kamp ima za osnovu fizičke i kondicione spreme CrossFit, a sa nama je jedan od najboljih CrossFit trenera, David. Hi David, welcome to Arena Fights TV.
Hi, how are you? Thank you.
I'm good. So if I understood well, you have multiple hats that you wear in this gym. You adapted CrossFit training programs for professional martial artists, for recreational athletes, for people with injuries. Can we start first? What is it that you do with MMA fighters? That's our main focus. And if you can tell us some names with who you've been working and what have you achieved and what is your way of working?
Yes, of course. The first thing we do with the fighters is asking in the condition. I also go with them upstairs and see how they fight, how they train. And from there we can start working. For example, if an athlete needs more endurance, if it needs more explosive workout, we can start from there. I've been working a lot with Reza Madadi, Mad Dog, he's an awesome guy. And also with Nietzila from Bellator and some others UFC fighters. And sometimes we do a lot of camps for a week, for maybe 2 weeks, and they're very happy.
Tell me, what did you need to improve with Reza? Was it speed, endurance? What did you improve with him?
Reza is fantastic. He's 100%. He's amazing, but he enjoys it. He enjoyed the training every day, and he tells me, and so I am very glad.
Excellent. Other than the professional fighters, you also work with people who have some injuries. Can you give us some examples?
Yes, I have people. I have older people. I have women. I have pregnant women. And all these people need a different training. So we do CrossFit, but we adapt the CrossFit to these people. It's very important. Because, for example, a pregnant woman, she can't do nothing with flex, the abs. So it's difficult. So we adapt it. And also with the people with the injury, for example, a spine injury or a knee injury, we need to take care with the impacts, with not putting a lot of weight on the vertebrae, on the back, and that's something we focus a lot here.
So you're also able to support physical therapy exercises for recovering?
100%, yes. That's the main goal here, to make everybody better and feeling better every day.
Amazing. Do you know perhaps how many members do you have in the gym approximately? Like how many people comes here on a monthly basis?
We are over 500. Yes.
Already, and the gym is very young, I think.
Everything. We have younger people, we have older people, ladies, girls, kids, everything.
So everyone is more than welcome in the All-Stars gym. It's not only for professional martial artists, it's also for recreational fighters, for pregnant women, for children, for people who are recovering from back injuries or knee injuries. So that's a really good place to be if you visit Alicante, Spain. David, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for coming. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Verujem da ste upoznali mnoge MMA trenere, ali ovakvog MMA trenera još niste upoznali. Sa nama je Mateusz. Zdravo, Mateusz.
Zdravo, kak si?
Dobro sam, hvala na pitanju. Mateusz, prvo po čemu je poseban je što malo govori srpski. A sada ću se prebaciti na engleski da vidimo šta on radi u All-Stars gymu. So, tell me, what is your job in All-Stars gym? What kind of trainings do you cover in general?
Okay, so I'm doing the MMA classes, I'm training the kids, Thai boxing and private classes too.
So I've never heard before that there are MMA kids in some training camp. Can you tell me something more? How does it go? Did you have to adjust the training program for the kids? How do they like it? How many members do you have?
We have almost 20 kids and I have 15 years experience, so I have like my own program. I see the kids really improvement training by training, so that's what I really love, and yeah, they're doing very well, you know. They are great kids.
But how do you manage to train the kids for MMA? I mean, the gloves are thin. Don't they kill each other in the training? What do their parents say?
No, I have good contact with the parents, and parents they see the trainings and everything is like smart. It's not crazy, you know, and they enjoy the training. They coming. I try to like tell them the most important to respect, to don't hit each other, to get the most improvement without any damage. So it's they getting better, you know. But sometimes, of course, they crying. But this is better crying the training than outside on the street or somewhere.
So they're also learning a lot about self-control and controlling their emotions. How important is this when you work with children?
Yeah, it's like very important, you know, because I need to look after them. They cannot hurt each other, so this is very important. This is also helpful them in the future in the life, you know, the training, the discipline, and everything.
Excellent. So you have been a fighter yourself. How many fights did you have, and what was the last professional organization where you fought?
Last time I was fighting Bellator, and I think maybe some, like all the together in the boxing, Thai boxing, maybe 100, something like this. Yeah, I started very early. I was competing everything what I can. I was looking for a fight everywhere.
So we have a former professional Bellator fighter teaching children in Alicante to do MMA. How cool is that? I can't imagine being more amazing than that. So tell me, where did you learn Thai boxing?
I was training in Poland, and like I started from the boxing. Then I was like training Thai boxing. 5-6 years I've been a Polish champion. So mostly in Poland. Then I moved to Ireland. I was training with in Ireland, in Dublin. Now I'm here. Yeah.
So have you ever been to Thailand, or do you know Thai boxing from Europe?
From Europe, but my ex-coach, he is one of the best coaches in the Europe, so that was very good school.
And still you managed to be one of the most successful fighters in Thai boxing.
Me now I'm focused more on MMA, yeah. So this is like my goal, and now I'm mostly teaching here, and we will see. But if I'm gonna go back to fighting, for sure I have some problem with the knee. It's gonna be MMA.
So how do you see your future develop here? Is there anything in specific that you enjoy here that you would like to develop, some special program, or for yourself, what are your plans?
I just like every day bringing something positive here. I enjoy to be here, to be part of the team, and it's going very well. So I don't have any specific plan, but everything goes well, better and better.
Well, just being here in Alicante, Spain, for me has been amazing for the past couple of days, and I can imagine how good life here can be.
I cannot complain.
Thank you so much for your time, and we're looking forward maybe to seeing you in Serbia one day.
Okay, thank you.
Now, I'm curious to know a little bit more about you. I understand that you were childhood friends with Reza Madadi. How did your childhood and your youth influence the way how the person that you are now? You have been a fighter, I don't know, maybe in the ring, but in life for sure. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Yes. I grew up in the suburbs of Sweden. I was born in Iran, between the war between Iran and Iraq. So if you ask me what makes me who I am today, is that I don't make problems. I just see solutions. That's one of my absolute strengths that I have, and because of what I have, how I grew up, I don't feel pressure about money. I don't feel pressure. It's me who create this, and this becomes of my upbringing. And we didn't have it like when I grew up. It's not like I grew up rich or. So my vision always in life been do whatever you do with passion. That's a little bit.
So when you do things in passion and you don't think about money, the money comes eventually.
Yes, that's usually, I say, as more I work, as more lucky I get. And this is very, it goes hand in hand. So I think if you love something you do, today this is a passion for me. I have several other businesses, but MMA, it's something that I grew up with. We were kids, we were boxers, wrestlers, street fighters. So I grew up in that environment all my life. Today I'm using that, filtering it to do a business and create a better world for fighters, especially for fighters, because I think today a lot of big organizations, agents, they use these fighters because of their passion, which I will never need to do or will do. Because I know as soon as you ask a fighter, fight this guy, because if they say no, then they feel like they're afraid. So without money, without any, even they're injured, they do what, just going to fight. And I don't want, whoever is in All-Star organization, first of all, health, not money. I will not force anybody to do anything. So I want to change this way of thinking for fighters. You don't have to fight. That's my main goal with this, personally.
Yeah. So safety and health first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then a person who feels the need, the drive inside of himself to fight, he is allowed to fight, but no one is pushed to do so.
No, never. I think that's because of an agent wants to, or because of a coach wants to, because they need to pay their bills. This will not happen in All-Stars.
And I believe that you have children of your own.
Yes.
Is this how you're raising them? I mean, you grew up in modest conditions, and now you have so much. So what do you tell your children? How do you raise them to what people to become?
I raised both of them. They cannot point at anything. and they get it. Absolutely not. I raise them in a way that be self-sufficient, try to make it, I teach them, of course, it's not like, but I want them to understand that I cannot just point and I will get it, because this is not how I got it. So.
Hi, Anton.
Hello.
I understand you had a very good fight recently. Can you give us a comment? Tell us more about your fight.
Yes, it was in Bulgaria, in my hometown. So my debut was in my hometown, which is Burgas. Burgas. And I was very happy, so all my friends and family can see it. I won in first round via submission. And my opponent was also Bulgarian, Milan. He was a good fighter. Respect for him for stepping in the cage with me. And I wasn't fully happy about my performance. I mean, I won pretty fast, but still I knew there is something more I can show, you know, like I could dominate even more. I mean, I wasn't even hit, but I know I could do better.
And that's an amazing approach, that you always want to develop yourself to become even better and better. So for the people who don't know you, how would you describe your fighting style?
I mean, I'm confident everywhere, so, but if you see me, you see I'm mostly grappler. I like to be on top of people and just like, not like Rio, but mold them, you know, like just do whatever you want with them, like dominate them and submit them and just finish the fight.
Well, what is the type of your mentality? Do you like to be aggressive, or you like to high pace of the fight, or you like to be a little bit in your comfort zone to wait for the right moment? What is your type of mentality?
I mean, I don't look aggressive, right? So I'm more calm person, but sometimes I like slow pace, sometimes high pace, but it depends on my mood. So sometimes I pressure a lot, sometimes I just wait for them to make mistake. It's always different.
So you are unpredictable even for yourself.
Hopefully, I think yes, yes.
That's amazing. So tell me, you're still a young fighter, but one day when you finish your career and you look back, what kind of legacy would you like to leave behind yourself?
I want to retire undefeated and UFC champion. I mean, that's my main goal, so I'm looking forward for this. That's why I don't want to hurry it up everything, just to go on blind to fight or something. I mean, I want everything to be perfect.
What is it that drives you to become a better fighter? What is your biggest motivation that makes you become better?
I mean, it became my lifestyle, you know, like if I don't train, I don't remember last time when in one day I just haven't trained nothing. I mean, this is my lifestyle. I just go and I continue doing my things. Like,
how do you charge your batteries? What do you do to relax, to enjoy your free time? You know, and we can't count watching YouTube fights. So it cannot be YouTube fights. It cannot be reading about other fighters. It has to be something unrelated to fighting. Like, what do you like doing when you charge your batteries?
Honestly, I don't know. I think my batteries are for change. And I like to go in the weekend on sauna or spa or something like this. I mean, even there I don't enjoy because it's hard to go in sauna, you know, like I do it for a challenge, not for relaxing, just to stay and to be nice. So, but it's different because you stay on one place. Then it's not.
You
like-
can't stay in one place. That's the biggest punishment for you, right?
Yes, but it helps my body recover and my mind also. So this is it. Like
So now you also work as a trainer. Actually, you're not a trainer, you're the main coach in All-Stars Gym, and I believe there are certain rankings to gym trainers as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, you have so much responsibility. When the people asking you to, can you coach me? Is mean they put all the trust, everything on your hand, and it's come with when you say yes or when you will coaching some people, is comes so much responsibility. I really like and love to make a really good analyze about the opponent, see the stronger part, the weakest part. And for me, it's always, of course, we need to study, we need to put the focus on what your opponent is good on, but never forget you are also good. You are in this point because of you are somebody.
It seems to me that you're seeing your fighters almost as extended members of your family, that this is how you take care of them and everything. And also they will not get everything just by pointing a finger. They need to work for it, but in under good conditions. Is that, well, did I understand it well?
Absolutely, exactly. I'm a man of my word. If I promise something to somebody, anything, I will always do it, but I expect the same back. And if they do what they tell me to do, I will help them to reach the top. But then it's gratitude. We need to be respectful to each other. I'm not better than anybody, but nobody's better than me either. So it's a very important thing in my organization that everybody knows. We are equal. Doesn't matter. I never talk politics, religion. I don't care. If we're going to do it, there is always somebody to blame in the world. This did that. I'm Armenian. I don't do this. I just create a better world around me and make it, just pass it on. That's what I can do.
That's a very interesting reply, and thank you for that. So to conclude our interview, I would like to understand more about your plans for the future for All-Stars Gym. How do you plan to develop your brand? Would you like to build another few places in the world, or what are your plans?
My plan is to have, in 5 to 7 years, maybe 10, 12 more of these locations around the world, a franchise concept. Of course, they have to be coached by our values. They have to have the same values, or else I will say no. Right now, we are very close to close a deal with Australia, which will be our next location, and a couple of others that I cannot mention here. But the idea is to create an army of fighters who our organization can stand behind and help them to involve and be the best version of themselves. And from there going on, so they can pass it on. What I usually say, the only thing I expect back from whoever I'm working with as a colleague, just one day pass it on. Whatever kindness I'm showing you, pass it on to somebody else. That's the only thing I need.
And that's a very strong message to conclude the interview. We wish you all the best in the future, and thank you for hosting us at your home.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You are more than welcome.